Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First play from scrimmage, Watson going to throw it. They've got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown. Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out here with the option left. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper and 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Chubb producing on that run, and he produces year after year for the Browns. 3rd in the league with over 1,500 yards in 2022. He quietly is in the top 20 all-time in both yards and touchdowns in a player's first 5 seasons.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Ravens offense back out there. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And it'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
21-0 our score after 1. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. After the interception, here's Watson as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. On
1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, look at the juke. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 3rd and 9.
And again, it's Chubb. Dances by at the 20. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. Hopkins' kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. He'll try to shake off the cobwebs from the interception he threw on the previous drive that led to the field goal, as now they're dealing with a little bit bigger of a deficit. 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
This is fielded at the 27.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And a rout is on here in this first half. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Now it's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
3rd down and 6.
Now Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And bulldozing his way through. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews.
Room to maneuver at the 35. Big strides, look at him go.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in 1 drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now it's Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 1 yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
A give for Edwards running right. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And Chubb will try the middle here. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down in inches.
Here comes third and the length of the football.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Now second and 5.
Now Chubb running right. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He finds his target, Beckham. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Jackson going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and a couple.
Jackson will throw again.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. That time a 6-play drive, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early.
This is the development trait. This is the abilities trait. This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability.